Aloha, guys. So, like I was saying, another form of part two, another form of violence, school shootings and whatnot is the and general just social tension or angst is the intermingling of men and women. And I'm not saying that this is applicable to all situations where perhaps adults can't be in a office or other scenarios or environments where the opposite sex is but I feel like men being raised with a bunch of girls, or boys being raised with a bunch of girls, or people engaging in co-ed or mixed gender activities or lifestyles is a negative thing. I think boys should be taught by men and raised by men, and equivalently that girls should be raised by women. And I'm not saying this in the sense that I'm not sexist or I'm not biased. My mind is clear. My mind is clear on celebrating and caring about women and men. But I feel like people naturally want to have are physically attracted, so that creates a distraction. It creates a distraction of people trying to impress the other instead of focusing on their work, or they're in schools focusing on their studies, and then instead of wanting to celebrate the camaraderie of the collective men, and then separately the sisterhood of women just connecting, then everyone's trying to impress one another. There's sexual tension. People want to they are physically attracted to each other. Oh, here's some nice flowers. You can see these nice flowers there. Yeah. So there's probably evidence of this as far as societies. Like, I think it's like more people with you call it more sophistication or whatever you want, more formality of speech and clothing. That there was a separation, and I just feel like it would be healthy for society. And another problem is I think when it numbs people when they're around the opposite gender, it makes them less excited or magnetized towards them. I think when people have numerous encounters, sexual encounters, they could even go so far as to change their sexual orientation, or be, shall we say, less attracted to the opposite sex, which I find to be a problem. Some new construction over here. I want peace for the world. That's certainly what I want. I also want freedom. And there is a complication there, because on one hand you have the freedom will allow people to do what they want, but then the dark side comes up, and you have to teach people to, for example, not walk around at nighttime, or obey the laws of the jungle, don't go near strangers, right? And then in a heavily governed world, you have lots of police around and whatnot, and then people may lower their guard and not be obedient to the laws of the jungle, because the quote-unquote bad guys have no opportunity to strike because it's a safe zone everywhere. It's heavily patrolled. And on one hand, you have a free market, heavily capitalistic, where everyone gets to choose, you know, what they pay each other, what they, you know, so it's more of an individual. They have to look out for their interest. And then heavily governed, people are forced to pay perhaps more money to employees and follow more regulations, so it may be harder to do business, and then that funnels money to the government. So you have the government, which is in a way like an insurance company, in that they are ensuring like a safe job site or free from sexual harassment, but at the cost of the taxpayer, where the insurance company takes the money, but they don't really actually directly, like, it's not directly somebody's doctor, you know. But oh, there's some cool lions. You guys can't see this. I'm gonna show you guys these lions here in a second. Let's check this out. 1 second here. Fuck. Yeah, you guys gotta see these lions, dude. Just hold on. Okay. Here we go. Check out these lions here. Wow. That's some serious sculpture right there. This is a temple, a Japanese temple. Pretty cool, yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's just the same thing as in religion. In religion, well, you have the safety of, or theoretically, you have the safety of, you know, a group of people, but then you have to pretend to kind of agree with something you may not believe, and then if you don't participate in a religious group, then you what do? You have well, you can feel authentic and feel free, but then you might have a safety net. So these are just societal issues that I feel are worth looking into, and all in the interest of creating structures in the world. We need some structure. We need governments. We need separate monies, separate currencies. We need borders, because that deconcentrates power or decentralizes it. You know, where and then you need some type of units of where you have people you work with, and then people who you got to find something to be able to label people as family. I'd recommend doing it based upon something you really value. Like, for example, it might be food related, it might be how people relationships, instead of something just random like, oh, we all like Apple products, or we all like traveling or spending money on cars, whatever. Just try to be conscious of what's your hierarchy of values, and just know that if you're working hard and exercising and moving strongly, you're doing the opposite of poverty and being exposed to danger and ugly situations. So build up yourself, be responsible.